All right. Welcome, everybody, to the 7th episode of RadioHouse. I'm Anthony.
I'm Ben.
And today we are recording on the 7th of July, which is the 7th month of the year.
I wish it was 2007.
I wish it was any time before 2016. Today we got a really special album. The theme is all around the number 7. I got a nice, let's see if you can see that, a nice 7 necklace. And if it hasn't been obvious, I'm wearing my Beach House shirt. So today we're going to be listening to the album, where the fuck did I put it? There it is. We're going to be listening today to the album 7 by Beach House. And I love this album artwork. Obviously, you don't see this colorful shit on, on Apple Music or on Spotify or things like that. So this is just, this is my little favorite little, God, I just can't stop staring at it.
It's so very cool. It reflects all the light shining on it, so it almost looks like it has color.
It's like a black and white. The whole theme is black and white. But before we get too far into it, we have questions that have been answered by our friend Nick Leng, our friend now.
This is the most, proximity I've ever had to someone that's successful in music.
Cool.
So like, as someone who's trying to play music and get fans, I'm like, this guy has fans.
Yeah. Last episode we did Nick Lang's Spirals, and Ben had a couple of questions for him. So I'm gonna first read out the questions just to.
I have stage fright, man.
So one of the questions was, are you into Paul McCartney or like a big Beatles fan? The other question was Magical Mystery Tour an inspiration for the album? And the final question was, do the meanings of the song come to Nick Lang after, or does he have a conscious idea of what song he's gonna do?
Now that a lot of time has gone by, that's the question I'm most interested in hearing.
Okay.
It's like, when I'm hearing it, I'm like, Beatles, and I'm a big fan. Mm-hmm. But now that time's gone on, I'm like, it doesn't matter.
He was like, sorry for not answering right away. It's been crazy. I'm heading to Europe.
Nice.
To Abbey Roads, actually.
No way.
Yeah.
All right.
And then wait. Best part about it, I'm a fucking idiot, and I went, wow, it's amazing. Where in Europe? This is his answer. He says, I'm a huge Paul McCartney fan. I really resonate with his melodies. I love the fact that you can walk away from his music being able to whistle the melody.
Oh, yeah. You can whistle Paul McCartney's bass lines. Like, he's that catchy. Mm-hmm. Everything.
The Magical Mystery Tour wasn't actually a direct inspiration for this album, but the Beatles' way of creating albums that felt like a whole world in itself perhaps was an inspiration.
Yeah. I retract what I said. The answer to the Beatles thing is really fun.
Yeah,
I like this.
The questions were good. You had really good questions. And I didn't...
why am I being so hard on myself?
You do that on this podcast.
Am I hard on myself?
No, hard on the music. But you also make music, so you're hard on yourself too.
Yeah, it's just how I live. I'm just
critical.
Yeah. I'm just not fun. I'm kind of a drag.
Yeah, a little bit. No, if you were a drag, I would keep inviting you over. 7 damn episodes of this thing. So after that, he says, I remember listening to Let It Be a lot when I was working on Spirals in Topanga, in a little trailer converted home with no cell service or Wi-Fi. So a bit more concept inspired, loving those albums that construct a world to swim in, as opposed to musically.
Yeah.
And then finally he said, I never really have a conscious idea of what the song will be before I start recording, but oftentimes some things subconsciously will come out while I'm fishing for lyrics, and then I'll just run with that theme.
Dude, those are really genuine answers.
Yeah. He took the time to type that out. He had 2 minutes before a meeting, and then he typed all that
really
out.
Great. Yeah.
So thank you, Nick Lang, for answering all the people's questions. I'm sure the podcast. This is like a exclusive, never before heard. So I'm glad we actually got a couple of answers.
Did you have questions for him?
I didn't. I talked to the guy.
Yeah, he's your friend. Yeah.
So if you guys followed along, if you didn't watch the Spirals video, I definitely highly recommend that you do. Spirals, I think that was the highest rated album that we've done so far.
Yeah.
Spirals
yeah.
ended up being like a 80+%.
And not gonna lie, it wasn't just because of the proximity. Like the album was very fun. Like
Well-
they keep you entertained without ever dropping. It's like they keep the juggle going. Your attention
Yeah.
span always has something.
Yeah. And like as you were saying, you were scared of your Beatles questions, but like I never listened to the Beatles, so to me this is like brand new music. I
That's
didn't
fair.
think that there was an inspiration from something else. I just
Yeah.
assumed that.
I guess after like time has passed, we're sitting here and you're saying, "Do you like the Beatles?" I was feeling like, "Do you like my music?" But I think that I can see that, like the way he writes the vocal melodies. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
okay, that connection does make sense.
No, so that was good. Thank you, Nick Lang, once again for answering the questions for the people. Back to the album that we're listening to today. Beach House, my favorite artist. I haven't listened to them in a really long time, actually. I think I like overwhelmed myself with all of their music that the only time I actually listen to them now is when
I'm trying
you
so
come
hard
over.
to not interrupt.
Go for it, go.
So there was I think their most famous song, at least the most
Space
famous
Song?
song from Depression Cherry.
Yeah, Space Song.
It came on. Someone else was oxing and it came on. I really experienced like post-show blues for one of the first times
Mhm.
on what day was that? Saturday or Sunday, whatever. But I was like that was so much fun. Now I have to go home and shovel rock.
Uh-huh.
So like, but that song came on when I was kind of like tired in the car, and there was like raindrops on the window, and I was just kind of looking at them, and I was like, yeah,
It was perfect.
I was like, I see what. I felt like I could see what you're seeing in
Uh-huh.
the music.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm stubborn. If someone's showing me music,
You want to hate it.
my conscious mind. When you show me Beach House, I really want to like it.
Uh-huh,
Actually,
yeah.
I put a conscious
Well,
effort.
when we do this
But I'm
podcast,
stubborn deeper down than that.
See-
It's like I need to have it accidentally come on and
Right.
feel like I'm discovering it
yes,
independently.
instead of
you.
somebody showing you, because then you're like, well, this isn't cool. Like only music I like is cool.
That's deep down.
Yeah.
I try to think my way out of that,
Mhm.
but it's still very there.
Yeah, yeah, no, I do the same thing. Like someone will show me something, I'll be like, it's not that great, and then even though it is a good song, I'll be
Yeah.
like, I don't like this song because that person likes it, and it's I think everyone does it. That's why people
For
are so
sure, yeah.
nervous about asking what a song is. They're like,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
just quietly Shazam it in the corner, instead of just being like, hey, what is playing, or like secretly like look at the car like dash and see what song is playing. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I would never be caught dead having someone show me music and be like it. Back to 7. I'm on the Wikipedia page for it. I know there's a couple of 7 references, and I will bring them up as the song starts going. There's one in particular that I love. And so I'm just on the Wikipedia page here. Thematically, 7 often deals with the beauty that arises in dealing with darkness. That's why there's like a black and white theme to it.
Yeah.
The empathy and love that grows from collective trauma. We have collective trauma from doing this show.
That's the name of our podcast.
Literally. RadioHouse, collective trauma. that could be the show name. That's true.
I mean, if both your favorite bands are Beach House and Radiohead, there's some sort of collective
you're
trauma.
fucked up a little bit on the inside.
Yeah.
Together we make one fucked up music person. The album title itself simply represents it being the duo's 7th studio album. So I didn't say that yet. It is Beach House's 7th studio album. And they just, I'm just going to continue reading. Saying they hoped its simplicity would encourage people to look inside. No title using words that we could find felt like an appropriate summation of the album. Although they later mentioned that the number 7 represents some interesting connections in numerology, which furthered them in naming the album as such. So, basically, black and white, love and darkness, collective trauma, buzzwords like that.
Yep.
But they're like, I love the number 7. I've had this 7 necklace forever. So, I was mentioning this earlier. When I went to their concert, they had a couple of songs from 7, but I remember when I was diving into deep.
Oh, were they
Beach House.
touring this album? When you saw
No,
them?
they were touring Once Twice Melody, which we'll get to eventually.
Yeah.
That's a double LP, maybe like episode 10.
Nice,
No,
nice.
that's too early.
Yeah.
But like a nice
We'll
round
get to it
number.
eventually.
Yeah. But it's just like we did a double album for the first episode, and man, that was That was a rough day.
That got us ready.
So I went to their concert and they were selling the 7 vinyl, and I was like, man, I would buy that vinyl if I like gave a shit about this album. I didn't like it at all. It sounded completely different than any other Beach House. So they have 10 albums now and a couple of EPs / whatever. But the 7th album is more rock. Yeah. And that once Ben messaged me and asked me like what, like, I know you really like Beach House, what would you recommend I listen to? And I was like, honestly, you should listen to 7. That is the like least Beach House album, because it's just rock. It's like psych rock mixed with their dream pop style.
It's like rock, but with like it sounds like new rock. A lot of rock that comes out, it sounds like it's from a long time ago. This sounds like it could be from the future.
Yeah,
still.
I don't actually listen to psych rock, so I have no idea. I just said the words because I'm like psychedelic. No, yeah. It's a little psychedelic. Like,
psych rock, I think people are often expecting something that sounds like 60s desert rock, but I think of psych rock as any rock that's psychedelic.
Kind of like Tame Impala a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were telling me before, like Ben walked in, and he was like, "Yeah, this is the album." I was like, "Wait till we start recording." What were you gonna say? You said this is the album that you recommended me, or that you really liked. Your favorite song is on this album. Is it like of Beach House?
Yeah.
That's Pay No Mind.
Pay No Mind.
That's the second song.
And then and you said that. Though you used to not like this album.
So I didn't like this album because, like I said, it didn't sound like everything else that Beach House made. And when I was in that, like, I need to love Beach House for like their space song sort of themes.
Yeah.
That was like a completely different sort of thing, and I didn't like it. I kind of rejected it immediately. And I remember going to that concert and being like, man, I don't give a shit what they play, as long as they play space song, I'm happy that I made it here. And now I look like such a fucking like bandwagoner or something. Like, everyone loves space song, obviously it's clearly their most popular song. I just like saying that. Like, there was a guy at that concert who watched them in Toronto and then drove to Montreal the next day to watch them there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, okay, I'm not even really a fan.
The best feeling in music to me is actually liking something I used to not like. That's the biggest thing to me, because then I'm like, so it's like you almost start to lose trust in the artist. And then when you come back to it and you like it a lot, you're like, they were right. Yeah. And then you get more trust.
You kind of, exactly. Yeah. So that kind of what happened to me. You described it perfectly. I didn't like it, and then I listened to the other stuff way too much, and I was like, I need something fresh. I listened to 7 again, and it ended up being like one of the fullest albums from a really long time that I could really remember.
Yeah, totally. It was perfect timing to do this because, like I said, I had my first like real Beach House moment recently. No one was showing it to me. I was able to trick my stupid ego.
But yeah, like I said, it's also perfect because it's the 7th day of the 7th month.
Yeah.
On episode 7.
Yeah,
listening to 7.
Is it 707? I think so.
It is 707. Actually, it's 777. It's actually it's 7:50 right now as we're looking at the clock. But if it was 8:17, no. Yes. If it was 8:17, it'd be 7:77. So let's just sit here and wait quietly for another 26 minutes. And
20 minutes later.
All right, 27 minutes is up. We sat here for the whole time. We may have cut it short a little bit. We didn't want you to sit here with us. But I feel like, where the fuck did I put it? Let's just get into it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So at this point, when I like listen to the album, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This isn't the Beach House that I wanted to hear. Like this is completely different.
I'm in my element right now.
That's why I recommended this album to you as the start of getting into it.
Yeah. Just the way that the simple melody goes with just that drum beat, it's so cool.
I've learned to love it. Like those weird, like they make so many crazy noises in this album.
Oh.
Chord.
as fuck, eh? And these first 3 songs blend in together just like I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. These, man, these. Oh, nice. This is the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah.
The visuals are very immersive, but maybe almost too much for doing a podcast.
Yeah,
I think that as a joke. Keep them on. But
You
like,
think so?
But no, but
Yeah. My head hurts.
I love getting lost in music.
Okay.
So the more you keep them on, the more I'll rate the music highly.
Cool.
I'll probably have less to say.
Well, actually, we're actually just gonna listen to the whole thing, say nothing, and be like, "Wow, it was great."
Good.
But what was your impression of that first song? What'd you think? Good start to the album. You love.
I was almost so lost in it that there's no analytical brain in a good way.
Yeah.
Though. If I obsess over this album again from doing this, I'll have a lot of analytical things to say about it. But I'm almost enjoying it too much to be there.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
I should probably start getting you to listen to the album before you come here, so that you can be like, I know what I'm gonna say.
That's true because when it's an album where I know who the person is or whatever, I definitely feel like those episodes are really easy for me because I have too much to say.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing though.
Yeah.
But you always say when song 1 is too strong, song 2 always bombs. With this album, do you think that's the case? I don't. I think song 1 is strong, but the chillness of song 2 of Pay No Mind comes in and it's really refreshing.
So I do prefer song 2. I was more excited by song 1 because it's new to me.
Yeah.
I think experiencing the first couple songs in the album, I wouldn't be surprised if some people think this one's a little low after the first one. Yeah. I don't think that because I already know this.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think you would probably find a lot of listeners of this album who are like, oh, that opens so good, this one's so slow.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people don't like slow music.
People who listen to Beach House, they like Beach House through and through. On our Beach House episode that we made with Kate, there was one comment that's like, please do more Beach House. That's all Beach House fans care about. It's mention more Beach House.
Yeah.
I bet that person didn't come back for any other episode.
So for Beach House fans, talking about the vibes, the music is like the equivalent of Radiohead fans talking about music theory.
Yeah. I love her vocals in this, all of them. Just especially this part specifically. I think that's why I love this song so much. Is her
the vocals, yeah.
Okay, maybe that song doesn't blend into the next one, but this one they played at their concert was fucking trippy.
I would imagine.
This is Lemon Glow.
Oh yeah, dude, they're into retro gear for sure.
Yeah.
I will read up on that for next time we do Beach House.
Okay.
What kind of gear they use?
They have a Yamaha something 20. I don't know. That's their older.
I don't even know gear well enough to know what that would be. It's more I'll learn about a new model of Yamaha probably from looking up this band.
Yeah. I downloaded.
I'm not a total gearhead. I just like gear.
I just like their gear. I like their sounds. Yeah. I bought a sound pack that does their piano noises in Apple Logic Pro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This little guitar thing. Amazing. Okay, I'm mad that I haven't been listening to Beach House recently because, oh my god, this fucking slaps.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You have to listen to their albums all the way through.
For sure.
I don't like just the one-off song anymore. It's kind of just I have to be in that mood.
I've been I take my attention span in music seriously, and I was losing the ability to listen to albums all the way through. But I've been kind of building it up again.
Yeah.
So I almost do it by just at a random time, I take the bus to work and stuff. I'll put on something kind of difficult, and I'll just be I'm gonna sit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
I could only do that with vinyl. If something's on my phone that I can skip, I'll do it immediately.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey, rising. I bring that up every episode. I fucking hate that song, man. Okay, well, the visuals stopped because I didn't want to watch a fucking ad. So
yeah, when I saw The Smile, I've definitely said this every episode, or a previous one. Tom was a lot of fun to look at, Tom York.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he would engage with the crowd. To Johnny, it looked like he didn't know there was people there. It was weird in that way, but it's like, yeah, I guess he played a city last night. He's playing a city tomorrow night.
Yeah.
He has a comfort zone and he does it.
It sits in it, right?
Yeah, but there's like no engagement with the crowd.
Yeah. Well, he's probably just kind of held back. He just doesn't want to. Like that's Tom's thing. Like,
yeah, for sure.
This song is called Leng. It's the first song that I heard from this album. It was the one that I liked the most, and not because of the start. This start, I kind of can. It's this part here.
Yeah. This one grabs me more. I feel like what I just said is actually a long-winded way of saying it didn't grab me, but I don't like hold that against it too much.
I also just noticed that I'm wearing a white shirt and you're wearing a black shirt.
We did it.
We did it on purpose. It was calculated.
But I think it's just like the vocal parts, and this song feels like it has a lot of depth. That's grabbing me more than the last one.
Yeah, there's a lot to listen to in this one. I like the this melody in the background. It's what really catches me to this song.
Yeah.
I wish I could kind of like skip the first. I love the choir, sure, but I can't. Like a lot of songs that you can listen to, you don't like the beginning, but you like the end, so you'll force yourself to listen to the beginning.
Yeah.
I can't even do that with this song. Like, it's not that I hate the beginning, it's just like I don't find it fits with this beautiful, whatever that instrument is. What it's.
I'm the exact same way with rock music.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, rock music kind of stinks. Like I love the rush you get when you first hear a good rock song, but I see it as.
It can't stimulate you
too
for
disposable.
Yeah. You listen to it a couple of times and then you're like, okay,
This one kind of feels like it doesn't circle around much. It kind of starts somewhere and goes somewhere.
And then it just keeps going to like that middle part, and then it just like it's even better.
And talking about my stupid short attention span, I would say that like unpredictable song structures grab me more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is Girl of the Year, I said. Lincoln. No, this is Drunk in LA. So they play this one at their show too. I don't really like it. A lot of people in the like Reddit, the Beach House Reddit, love Drunk in LA and Girl of the Year.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I like every other song. It's insane.
Honestly, man, I would say it is kind of fun to look back on all the albums. I feel like the ones that, again, like we always talk about, the ranking system doesn't necessarily say what album's your favorite.
It just says how many songs you like from the album, but that's like, it doesn't rank the album.
It's a really, really good metric.
You think so?
It's a really, really good metric, but any metric has a downside.
I was gonna say, ever since you've said that, like, I favor singles more than album experiences, even though I love album experiences, you're so right. And I think about that every night when I go to sleep. I'm like, holy shit, like, my rating system is flawed, but it's okay. Like, everything has a little flaw.
There's no rating system that isn't flawed. But it's fun to acknowledge what the rating system doesn't say, because it's not that it's flawed. It's just that it doesn't say everything.
Yeah.
It says
there should
one
be
thing.
2 rating systems.
Yeah. But
1 out of 10 for the album.
If you tried to do one for just the album as a whole, like there'd be so much.
It would be like, it would be. I would just say
too subjective at that point.
Yeah. I would probably make it like out of 10. Like, you would just give it out of 10. And then you could just say any fucking number, and then you don't really have anything to back it up with, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can like an album a lot, like M83's Hurry Up We're Dreaming, but then I just give it like a shit 60% rating because a lot of garbage is on it.
You know, the only thing that would make this rating system flawed was if we actually ended up scoring it like 0 to 100 or 0 to 10, and we didn't tell anyone what our criteria was.
Right.
Because then you're spitting out like a grade for it but for this, like, one album is 11 out of 16, another one could be 5 out of 8.
Yeah.
It's like every single one is done kind of differently.
also, a lot of people get really confused by the system. Like,
Yeah.
they'll be like, I don't understand how the fuck you get that number. Like, you're just like, oh, 14 out of 21. Like,
Yeah.
where did, what?
Time for fractions.
So,
yeah.
so it's just like, we should probably start saying at the end, like, and our rating system is based on how many songs are on the album and how many songs we liked off of the album. Or just something. Just be
Just
like,
how many songs we liked on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, she goes like, I, but she doesn't hit the note
She
properly.
bends up to it. I
yeah,
love it.
I don't. It's just like, it just gives me the shivers.
It's
the
yeah.
wrong way. I love this one. How it
Dude,
starts.
that I think in a nutshell, probably our biggest musical difference is like you don't like hearing the wrong notes, and I love hearing the wrong notes. Just like it has to be done well and well executed, and like something. If you're gonna do something
Like
wrong, it
purposeful
should be
too.
kind of clever.
Yeah,
in my opinion. And that one to me was clever.
Yeah.
I could see it being executed a bit better.
Yeah.
Like so it doesn't feel so aggressive.
Like I just can't. I fucking. I'm sorry.
This is cool.
I like this one.
Yeah.
It's a much cleaner
Oh.
sounding album.
That's actually my favorite chord progression.
Really?
It's very simple. The only difference with like regular... Did they do it there? I thought they were hitting... Wait. Ah!
They never do that.
Ah. Oh yeah.
I like how this one switches up a little.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this. It's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I would say those are my top 3 songs of the podcast.
Wow.
Wait, let me think.
We listened to a whole radio.
I get that we listen to all of In Rainbows, but it's like, but I'm also so familiar with those songs that maybe it wasn't like
Right.
my favorite thing I did in your apartment for the
Mhm.
podcast.
Right.
Like the ones that have hit me the most on the podcast, I would say like
So-
the first one we did outro. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
This
NRU3,
one
yeah.
too,
This is Dive.
and probably the harmonica one on Nick Lang.
Morning.
Yeah. And that when we were dancing to the clubby one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 songs on this first side. I'm a big fan of Dark Spring, Pay No Mind, Lemon Glow. That's like a really good 3-song run. Link Canoe is the first song that I heard off the album. I could go without the first part,
Yeah.
but as soon as she starts like singing in front, I get really into it. So that's a solid 4. I don't like Drunken LA, and I've never really liked Dive, but you jamming out to it kind of made
The one
me
we
like,
just listened to?
Yeah. But like since you really liked it, I don't know, kind of like more biased to say.
Sometimes
I
it
was
helps if you see someone go like
wow, this
puppy
is
dog
good.
mode right
Yeah.
in front of you.
But like you also like the last one, and I'm never gonna change my mind on that one. But for opinion's sake, I'm gonna say I like 4 out of 6. Dive is gonna grow on me now that I know that you like it.
I better not rank higher than you again.
You're gonna rank. You rank higher than me in every episode.
But I'm more of a prick during the
I
episode.
know. It makes no sense. So you said you liked song 1, song 2, song 3. You kind of had to talk through.
I would say just because 3 didn't grab me, I would take it off the list.
Okay. So you liked.
Yeah.
Did you like the French singing? The
Yeah.
Link on it? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. You like Drunken LA, and you like that.
I remember thinking there was only like the whole time I was aware of the fact that there was only that one song that didn't grab me.
Yeah.
And everything else was cool.
Okay, so you're at 5 out of 6. I'm at a 4 out of 6. That's a strong start to side A.
Yeah.
Their 7th album. I can't believe I never wanted to like force myself to listen to the song. Like I wish I bought this album at their concert so that I could like go to the stage and wait for them to come out and sign it. Because I knew people are like waiting for merch to get
Oh,
signed.
yeah.
But I also wanted to get the fuck out of there because there were so many people, and then I got COVID from that. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should have gotten it there, but also it like comes wrapped in plastic, and they probably sign on the fucking plastic. You don't want that.
That was so cool, man. Because when I was going to see The Smile, you had been to that venue before for the show, and you're like, give me advice on how to get up front.
Yeah, to go early.
We waited 6 hours.
Yeah.
It was kind of nuts, but like worth it.
When I got to the venue, which was 10 minutes before the show started, where I was, and then friends who I knew were gonna be there, they waited in line for like 4 or 5 hours, and they dragged me up to the front of the line. And this was my view of, I was like, uh-oh. That's a fucking person playing the fucking harp. And I'm like, God damn, I'm so fucking far.
Yeah.
And then they left, and then someone dragged me up to here. Like 2 heads of people in front of me. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm right there. Legrand. Oh, okay.
I like this.
Okay, this is my ringtone still.
Yeah.
This is the 7th song on the 7th album, and the beats per minute is 77.
Hell yeah. I was trying to see the songs in 7/8, but I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's in 8.
This is a good ringtone, though.
Yeah, man, this is like, anyone who likes Kid A would like this.
Vlada says that it reminds her of like a car door that's open.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that line. She said, I skipped a rock and it fell to the bottom.
I like that.
I don't know, it's just, I love it.
Yeah. It's like, there's something about like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go too deep, but like, skipped a rock and it sank to the bottom, and it feels like a sense of mortality. Like you have fun and then it's over.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the whole album was about from that Wikipedia snippet. That we
Oh, yeah?
read, right?
Cool.
It's like, it's kind of black and white, life and death,
Yeah.
the beauty of constant trauma or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
This is definitely my favorite song of the album.
Yeah. this is
Because
really cool.
it's a nice melody, and it has nice metaphorical like lyrics that I can hear, and the 7th stuff. The 7th song, 77 beats per minute, it's just
nice.
interesting. I fucking love that song, man. I can't.
Oh yeah, I like this too. We're getting a bit synthier on this side.
Yeah. This is more Beach House.
An acoustic. Nice.
This is Lose Your Smile. I think Black Car, Lose Your Smile, and then the next one's Woo is my favorite 3-song run of this album.
Yeah.
I love that line. Tomorrow's come today. She said in rainbows.
Nice. Did she actually?
Yes.
No.
How'd you like that song?
That was excellent.
I fucking love it. The next song is Beach House's happiest song, I would
No
say.
way.
It's literally
Nice.
called Woo.
Woo!
Woo! Oh, I love that the drum beat in this. Clearly off like a stock piano. I love that. Woo!
Yeah, that's
Is that-
cool.
she does that a couple of times, but it's great.
Side 2 goes hard.
Side 2 fucking starts so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were completely silent through that whole song.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just a vibe.
We licked the plate on that one.
What's next? Girl of the Year. This is the one that I just don't get.
Okay.
And then there's one more left, but I think it's like a really long song, as they always are. So yeah, this one just never it doesn't catch my ear as much as I wish it could.
Yeah.
I like her background vocals more than the regular melody, but I feel like she's dragged out that whole part with the first verse or whatever. It was just like the same melody with different the lyrics. I was listening to them, and they make it a lot better, of course. But I don't know. It's just like this song has never captured me in the way that everything else does.
Yep, that's fair.
Do you like this song?
I was getting more. I started daydreaming during it, like in a not as good way. Like that was.
Kind of like
really
time's
intentional.
moving slow while you're listening to it because I don't know, it's just not as good as the other 3 songs that were on this side.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is still Girl of the Year. I don't think it switched to Last Ride yet. Maybe it did. No, this is Last Ride. I fucking lied. It just went so smoothly into it.
This is really cool.
I do like this song.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a nice song. I just feel like 7 minutes is a little long for this sort of melody. And I've always felt that way about this song. Like, I remember another friend came over and he was like, let's listen to Beach House because I know how much you like Beach House. And I put on this album because I was like you. I was like, you probably like this more than anything else.
Yeah.
As we got to this last song, I was like, this is just going on way too long.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
But it is switching up a little bit here. This gives me a bit of like a Naked and Famous vibe. Like this guitar, this grungy little shit.
Yeah, no, this is up my alley.
You like it?
Yeah. I don't mind how long it is.
So now I don't think there's anything at the end here. Usually Beach House, like in the other album we listened to, there's always like something at the end after a 16-minute break or after like a 2-minute break. There's like a nice little song. They didn't do that one on this album. Which I mean, this album is different, completely different from all their others. So, but yeah, I think this was Beach House's kind of like way of branching out, showing people that they can do more than just what they've done for the last 10 years of their existence.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, holy shit, we made it. We made it to the end. That's a great fucking album. Can't believe I didn't like it before. Like, you know.
Yeah, that was excellent. I think there was one on side 2 I wasn't big on. And it might have been the same one you were saying.
Girl of the Year.
Yeah, not the last song, but two songs earlier. I think.
The one before it.
Maybe the one before.
It was the one before it.
Yeah.
This one is just so long that you think it's 2 songs.
Yeah.
It was the one that led into it where I was like actually confused as to whether it was the same song or a different one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on side B for me, as a last song of the album, I really appreciate Last Ride.
Yeah.
It's a nice kind of, we just gave you everything, now you can relax and think about it for yourself.
Yeah.
But it's not a song that I would give a vote to. Like, I really appreciate the song. It's a good song, but it's not something I could throw in a playlist, things like that. So for this side, out of 5, I would give it a 3. Those first 3 songs slap so fucking hard though that I don't know. It could be a 4, especially with Last Ride being that I appreciate it.
Yeah,
but I'm still gonna stick to like it's like a really soft 4, but I'm gonna stick to a 3.
Cool.
So a 3 out of 5. What about you?
I would give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay. Well then that gives me, I didn't like 2 here.
So that's 4. And then 5, 6, 7. So I'm at a 7 out of 11.
Yeah.
7, 11.
That makes me 9 out of 11.
You were a 9 out of 11.
Yeah. Just reinforcing the thing. I'll criticize it more, but I'll still say I like it for some reason.
Yeah, but this is also the Beach House album that you would like the most. I'm sure if I... Dude, oh no. If I ever threw Devotion on, that's the one I just don't get. I don't get Devotion.
Oh, yeah?
People love Devotion. I don't get it.
You think I might like it, though?
No, I think you would hate it as much
Oh,
as I
really?
do,
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, I just don't get this. It's too loud. It doesn't sound good quality. It's
Yeah.
There's only one song on Devotion that I like. But before I guess I could do that after. But what was your favorite song on this album? That you said.
I think it was the last song on the first side.
The last song on the first side was Dive.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be your favorite song. Mine is Black Car. Easy peasy, no question about it. Like, it's still my ringtone after I heard the song in 2020, or 2022 is when I didn't listen to this album. Yeah, I went to the concert, didn't listen to this album much, but after I listened to it. So around 2022, ever since then, I've had that ringtone. So about 2 years.
One song off the last album I did listen to for a couple weeks after was the Strange Paradise.
Oh, Irene.
Yeah.
The whole 16 minutes, even with the quietness and everything.
Yeah, more like something I'd throw on in the car if I'm going to drive to the camp or something.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this album as much as we did. That one Beach House fan that was on the Bloom episode, I hope you fucking watch this one too. We did it for you, and mainly for ourselves. But yeah, thank you for anyone who still watches this podcast. Really, views have been kind of growing a little bit on the upstream.
Really? Nice.
From a couple, like, they're over 50, which is more than I wanted from it. Like,
yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, thank you everyone for tagging along. We hope the visuals in the background didn't trip you out as much as we were tripping the fuck out with these. We had them on the TV, so we were with you. I might just dim them a little so the white's not as bright.
Yeah.
I'll just make it
Fair
like
enough.
a little less opaque.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for episode 7. We'll see you next month for episode 8.